fuck, here it comes. Only one guy.
Oh, hell no!
Far over the misty mountains cold, to dungeons deep and caverns old, we must away ere break of day, to find our long forgotten gold. The pines were roaring on the height, the winds were moaning in the night. The fire was red, it flaming spread. The trees like torches blazed with light.
What's going on, y'all? I got the Harbinger build for the Necro, and yes, this was my original build before I put it on Warden, so I understand that this is a way better class to use Harbinger on, but as you can tell in my previous build video, the link's below, you can use it on the Warden as well. I'm gonna just jump right into it, keep it short and sweet. Gear sets we're running, going to be Plague Doctor, Resto, Sword Board. Then we're going to run One Piece Thurvican or anything that gives you max health. I use Bloodlord's Embrace just because the magic you get back's insane. More magic, more heals. And then Harbinger. Look at that saucy tooltip, 3708 every time you get attacked. Reduce block cost on my jewelry. You can, instead of Bloodlord, run Malakast Band. And if you notice, damage went up, not by a lot, but it did go up. So for every hit, it's like roughly 100 damage more with Malakast. So if you want to do that, you can. I prefer the sustain because you're a tank. Anyway, going into the character sheet, those are our stats unbuffed on our Resto bar. Those are our stats unbuffed on our sword board. Using the Lord for the health and sugar scrolls. So old sweet skulls. Really good food. You can use, instead of the Lord, you can use the Ritual for healing. You can use the Lady for resistance. You can use the Serpent for stam recovery. It is literally up to you and how you want to play your tank style. Going over skills, there's a pretty good amount of flex spots on this, depending on if you're solo tanking, tanking in a group, tanking for PvE, whatever. Defensive stance is a pretty much must-have. I always keep it on because of the amount of damage you can block and reduce block cost. Hungry Sight is a must-have because it's your burst heal. Pretty cheap. As you can see, it's a saucy tooltip. 9.2k health for first enemy hit and 3k for each other enemy up to 5 times. So that's an additional 15k possible in with the 9k, and you get heal over time. Scales off your health, so when you pop Goliath, it goes beast mode as well. I'll show you that when I pop Goliath later. Expunge modifies your sustain, and it's a purge, and it reduces cost of your transformation. Big time move, big move right there. Spirit Guardian. I actually don't know why that's there. I like to put, let me unscrew my bar real quick. There we go. And I'll show you why I just did that. So, Necrotic Potency, you want that on there because it reduces your damage taken by 3%, and it gives you ultimate. You can just sit there and spam it as it comes up, and it heals you. It's a pretty saucy heal, and that heal scales off your health, and it's free. So, Flex Spot, if you're in a group, I like to use this because it gives you more healing received, and it, you know, anytime your allied player takes damage, when it redistributes to you, it does proc Harbinger on the person that attacked your ally. Yes, I tested it. Yes, it does work. In some of the clips, you may see it later as well. If you don't want to run that, boom, heroic slash solo. Ultimate, no brainer here. I'm going to use Ravenous Goliath. It's just an awesome ultimate. 30k health, which is going to buff everything. It's going to buff your heals, going to buff your damage, it's going to buff your health bar, which is funny to look at. And then look at the last part. You get the heal for the light attacks and heavy attacks will scale off your health, and then the damage done just being near guys will scale off your health, and you heal for that amount. Just freaking broken in a good way, because anyone can use this if they make a necro. Alright, swapping bars. Sanguine Altier the Third. I like using that. Allies can use Blood Funnel. 40% of their max health in Cyrodiil is still good, and then anytime anybody's in the Ring of Doom, you get minor life steal. Spirit Guardian, heal over time, 10% of the damage takes transferred to Spirit. OP, Braided Tether, doesn't cost anything, gives you a good heal over time to you and your allies, and it increases your heal and done. Beckoning Armor, so it's it's like your major resolve, and it pulls people into you, which, you know, when they get pulled in, my reaction would be F you dude and bash, and when they bash you they take damage, so haha to them. And then again, Mystic Guard, you would have to double bar that if you're on a guard, but you could swap this for Radiating Regen for extra survivability. You could swap it for Blast Bones if you're in a group, that way you can major defile. It's totally up to you how you run that. And then Renewing Animation, just in case you're small scale, you can pop that on somebody. Also another move if you're solo, I don't know if I got it unlocked on this guy, but this right here, Temporal Guard, while slotted your damage taken is reduced, you could pop that bad boy on there. So it's a good move. Hello comrade, go kill a lot of Daedra and get some stones. But the way this works is you hold block like this and you walk, yeah, and then while they're attacking you they're killing themselves, and if they put debuffs on you, you hit circle, which obviously there's no debuffs on me so I can't use it, and it gets your stam back. If you get to about 50% stam, weave a heavy attack. Find you something to kite around and just do that right there. You would be moving faster than me. I don't even have this leveled up all the way, sword and board. Yeah, I'm close, but no cigar. So when you get a little faster, you can just literally hold block and walk around this, keeping your stam over 50%. That way you can CC break, and then heavy attacking to get it back up. Expunge and modify. Every time you do expunge and modify twice, make sure you hit a site. Get your health up. But that's it. That's all you have to do. I know it's a really in-depth tutorial how to use this build. You know, using your buffs whenever you get a chance, but that's not even necessary. And then for the last bit, I'll go ahead and show you what this guy's armor set is looking damage-wise, fully procced. I'll show you the stat sheet fully procced. So, fully procced, you're looking at 30k resistance, pretty decent magic recovery, pretty decent health recovery, health 61k. Now that's going to go up to about 102k when we go Goliath. And I'm going to do this real fast, so just pay attention. If you need to pause to look at the stats, look at the stats. But I got 20 seconds where I can show you all this. So pop that. Goliath. There's our stat sheet. Here's what the set's hitting. Here's what our Goliath's doing. That's our scythe heal. There's our defensive stance shield. Necrotic posy. Yeah. So pause it if you want to go look at any of them. You will not die. This is the ultimate tank build this patch. If you get good at holding block and kiting people in tank form, you could literally kite a zerg forever. Focusing on heroic slashes and light attacks to get your ult gen up. Don't try to gen ult while in Goliath form, you cannot do it. But when you come out of Goliath form, it's fair game. It doesn't take long to get. I hope you guys enjoy this build. Please run it. The build is extremely effective against Templars and then anybody that has to use Force Pulse. Pretty much every build. I mean, your single target high burst gank builds, it's not really perfect for them, but they're not going to kill you on it. So just because you have so much health and really good heals. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll catch y'all later.
Hey yo, Pluto, you going brazen? 1, 2, 3 straps inside my clubhouse. 4, 5, 6, fuck around, we at a club out. Only niggas with white tees inside my clubhouse. You can't be around if you ain't never shut the club down. Bitch, I be with all them niggas who really with that. Catch your body, that's my body, ain't gotta split that. Bust his brains with, give a nigga a shit bag. My ex be tryna talk, I tell her, oh, we playing tic-tac-toe. She got a thing for them shooters, know we on dope. Like 7, 8, 9 of they niggas out the scope. Maybe 10, 11, 12. Give me 13 reasons he shouldn't go to hell. Part of my step, but I get violent. New ice, I can change the climate. I know storms in Chicago. New car, hit the road, no mileage. Every time we pop out in they section like you cocky. Bitch, I heard what you said, ain't gotta ask me if I cop. They know all this shit get rocky like Bobo. Bitch, I never dance, I do my jig out to the floor. Don't ask me if I'm fucking with that hoe, you know she talk. Say my city been waiting for a nigga like me to blow. I tell her to grow up, we go out, we go up. My whole life projectile like this dog. Tell me what you gon' do, nigga, you must not know it. You could play the bench, little nigga, that wasn't forced. 1, 2, 3 straps inside my clubhouse. 4, 5, 6, fuck around, we at a club out. Only niggas with white tees inside my clubhouse. You can't be around if you ain't never shut the club down. Bitch, I be with all them niggas who really with that. Catch your body, that's my body, ain't gotta split that. Bust his brains with, give a nigga a shit bag. My ex be tryna talk, I tell her, oh, we playing tic-tac-toe. She got a thing for them shooters, know we on go. Like 7, 8, 9 of these niggas out the scope. 10, 11, 12. Give me 13 reasons he shouldn't go to hell. You could call your top shooter, we'll spin a block, shoot him. I ain't never shot a cop, but bitch, I be with cop shooters. My little homie off the grid, he popped the lid and top to him. His mama been begging me to call his phone and talk to him. Call like yesterday, keep a call like yesterday.
Bravo 6. Going dark.
You're the last one. Complete the mission.
Believer in nobody won't let me leave cause I've seen something. Hope I don't sneeze, I don't. Really, we just need to feel something.
Tango down.
I'm pretending to feel something. I know you're dying to run. I wanna turn you around.
Tango down.
Please remain calm. The end has arrived. We cannot save you. Enjoy the ride. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Don't call it a warning. This is a war.
It's a parasite. Got a feeling in your stomach cause you know that it's coming for you. Leave your flowers and grieve. Don't forget what I told you. When we forget the infection.
Mission failed. We'll go next time.
If the suspense doesn't kill you, something else will. Move. I heard they need better signal. Put your pin You call a brain before it's too late. Really, we just wanna scream something, only pretend to believe something. I know you're baying for blood, I wanna turn you around. Please remain calm.